These guys are not experts.
And I'm not sure they're even that smart.
They do like video games.
And I guess you could say they're funny.
Sometimes.
Well, they do like to talk.
And they do have opinions.
It's time for Video Game Replays!
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to an episode of VGR. I'm your host, Larry, IR Monkey. Joining me is CJ.
In the building. Hair's longer, muscles bigger, changed person in this hiatus here.
I'd say it's been a minute. Hell, it's I think we checked out before. It's been roughly 2 months, so yeah, I'm gonna need ID to see if you're still the same person we used to do this with.
Hey, I still got the cat right here, off to the side, still same room, same setup. You got that light switch still. It's me, guys. It's me, I promise.
Okay, fair enough. I do know that light switch. I have seen that light switch before. What'd you do with CJ? Where's he at? Like I say, it's been 2 months, man. How the hell you been? What you been into?
Man, I've had a lot going on. I actually wrote down a list of what I've had going on because I forgot about some things. Obviously been growing out the hair a little bit, and I've been in the gym, working out a little bit more often, trying to eat more, gain some big muscle, some strength, working on my fitness. I've been playing a lot of basketball, been working a lot, had a little bit of time off at the end of the year, of course, but back to the grind and hit the end of the year. I did go to another Knicks game. I drove to Detroit, which was, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to be honest. Detroit was pretty fucking shitty. Like, for anybody that lives in Detroit, I'm sorry. You can come to our safe haven state instead because I didn't like it. I thought I was a city person, but nah. It looks like there's a gray filter over the entire city.
Just to throw another mysterious clue of where we may be located. The majority of our population moved there back in the day. Of course, a lot of people moved there back in the day too to work on cars and tires. But, our state pretty much emptied out because of that whole auto industry boom back in the day. But
it created the monster of the Detroit Pistons that railed my Knicks on live television. There is out there in the world. There was live on ABC. Me pouting in the arena actually. So Knicks at Pistons, January 5th. If you want to go watch the tape, you might see me pouting. Knicks fan. So. Yeah, that sucked. I took my brother with me, which happens to be an insufferable fan of a Boston team, so that was fun. But we've been hanging out a lot. Obviously, back in the state, he's in college, so between the break and me living not in the Midwest now, a little more hanging out time. A lot of side quests that happen to involve a lot of drinking as well. A lot of drinking, a lot of dancing. Good times for sure. But a lot of it turns into side quest, crazy stuff afterwards kind of thing, but we're alive and well and we're here. And most importantly, I know everybody's been asking the question, did the younger age group for basketball start? And Larry and I have been in it. It's definitely been, it feels like busier than other years. I feel like
it does
felt weirdly spaced out. But going good as of recording. 7 wins, 4 losses, 8 wins in out of conference play. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Fun year so far. So great group of fellas, and we're making things happen.
I agree. I've had this is the first year I've actually done it where I didn't have any skin in the game, I guess, if you will, outside of just trying to lead some young lads into being better men, better basketball players, and it's been fun, but I agree. It does some reason, even with the little bit of assisting I just really do with it does seem busier. And I think it's just because it's almost like 4 on, 4 off kind of feel.
Yeah, definitely. Once that weekend hits, I mean, we hit the like Thursday through Monday swing of practice, game, practice, and then radio silence. So yeah,
I'm just spend the rest of the time trying to get my shit together.
Yeah, right. Catching up on everything we were supposed to get done over the weekend, kind of deal. So
yeah.
That's what I told some earlier, is I feel like the past couple months I've been rushing either from the gym to a different type of gym and then rushing to drink. And between all that, there's just not a lot of time left in the day to do stuff like your laundry. So, or cut your hair,
Laundry. Who's got time for stinking laundry? Yeah. Actually, we had a since we last talked. Well, you and me see each other a little more not, but at least since we talked on here, we apparently had Snowpocalypse 2026, the Fern.
That is true.
Ice storm from hell.
Yeah, that's been
that slowed down
awesome.
our work.
Yeah, starting to melt at least.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I spent way too much time outside today, but that's all right. Shit to do.
Oh yeah, I felt great. I was in a good mood walking outside on my lunch, and it was like almost 60 degrees. My parking lot where I typically park, it was so frozen and it's gravel, and the way that they scraped it at first, it's just frozen gravel clumps. It's starting to come down. I'm finally parking in my spot again as of today, so it's pretty exciting. The most important thing I think I did over this whole 2 months is I watched the best movie ever created, Marty Supreme with Timothy Chalamet. I might have been a Timothy Chalamet hater. He's a big Knicks fan, and I was like, you know what? It's the only pass he gets. Fuck this guy. Save some girls for the rest of us. But not gonna lie, performance top notch. Movie very long, very good. Go watch it, and you'll feel like you're gonna take over the world. I promise you that. It's deeper than ping pong.
Well, give us for some of us, give us that quick synopsis or whatever. The quick story over top to make me go see this thing here.
All right, basically,
tell me.
It's back in the day in like the 50s in New York City. Timothy Chalamet's playing Marty Supreme. Or Marty Mauser. He's a Jewish boy, works at his uncle's shoe shop. All he wants to do is just play ping pong because he's good at it. He's figuring it out. He's a hustler. So he's just trying to hustle some money. He's pretending he really wants to work here forever. And then he's about to go to Japan playing this ping pong tournament. Or saving up money, like I said, to buy the ticket. Ends up getting crazy on us. He ends up, doing definitely some shady stuff. His best friend in the movie is Tyler, the Creator. Played a pretty good part too. And basically, the whole movie is straight just stressing you out. Just straight suspense. He's just going through shit. He's got this girl that he got pregnant that has a boyfriend that is abusive. So she's trying to leave him. His friend's just trying to do his own thing and make some money as a cab driver. He's a black man in New York in the 50s. It's not the easiest for him, but he's making it happen. There's all this adversity. One of his other best friends is this chubby dude, and his dad owns a lot of shit. So he has a lot of money. He's trying to convince him to let him in on the business and make these new ping pong balls. There's stress there because at one point he gets kicked out. He's got to stay at his friend's house. His friend's dad doesn't really like him. Him and Tyler, the Creator, go on these wild goose chases to try to hustle up some money. They're hustling, playing ping pong, acting like they're not good. They're getting in fights. They stole a dog, a dog to the owner for a reward. It's high stress. And basically, just through all of this, he will be the absolute biggest piece of shit in the world just to make sure that he follows his dream. It's kind of inspiring. I'm not going to lie. He's hooking up with this famous actress because her husband's mean, and her husband has to be Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary, pretty much playing Kevin O'Leary. Pretty good job there too. And he ends up going to Japan. The dude that beat him in some other tournament is there, and find out to watch the rest. But that movie, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, the way it's shot itself, it's definitely, it's not a movie. That shit's film. I mean, the angles and everything, it is really good. It's top notch.
Well, you I gotta give you strangely sold that a lot better than you did a month ago when we told me out the first time. So, I may give it a watch over. It sounds a little more intriguing than not. I mean, I am not a Timothy Chalamet fan at all.
Yeah,
I can't say I've ever seen anything in his that I'm like, fuck yeah. So who knows? This may be the one that turns the tide on it.
It did for me. It was definitely something. I asked my brother, did he want to go? And I'm a firm believer, if you want to do something, you just go do the damn thing, whether somebody wants to do it with you or not. And he said no. And I went at 10:30 by myself, and there was nobody else in there. And it might have been the best way to watch it. I mean, I've I've had an itch to play ping pong since, and I feel like I can take over the world now. So, I mean, it's definitely worth the watch.
Well, I was starting that off when you said ping pong. I was like, oh, it's like, didn't Forrest Gump already do that movie? But I guess that was a whole different. 'Cause he was from Alabama, not New York. But I don't know. Like I say, may give it some time. But you said it's kind of long though, I guess, or
Oh yeah, I think the runtime was like 2 hours 25 minutes. Like it was pretty long. I don't think any of it necessarily drug through, but like by the end of the movie, you're like, holy shit, that was in this movie. Like it definitely it felt long like when it was over, but it wasn't one of those things where like an hour and a half into it, you're like, fuck man, like when's this ending? So I mean, it did a good job at keeping the ball rolling and keeping. I think maybe because just the keeping you stressed out the whole damn time might have helped, but it definitely. It was hard to tell what would happen next. I mean, it's a movie, so you kind of knew from the start he'd end up going to Japan. By God, they definitely made you wonder how very much throughout the movie. So
how was gonna get there?
It was crazy for sure.
Well, okay. Well, I'll take the recommendation on that, and we'll pick that up later at some point. See how that goes. Maybe doing an extra on some Timothy Chalamet. Maybe what's the name of it again?
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme. Okay. Strangely, you've told me this a half a dozen times and almost legally changed your name to Marty, but yeah, you think I'd know that by now. Well, how about outside of that? You've been actually playing any video games or anything? Have you done anything fun besides, running around and getting buff and stuff?
Not a ton of video games. Aiden tried getting me into Arc Raiders, I believe, but even a little bit before that, and I ended up uninstalling it. It's not for me. He really likes it. I've heard a lot of people really like it. It's just not for me. Played a small amount of Rocket League for the first time in years. It's all right. It's kind of a little more fun than I remember. Maybe a small bit of Valorant here or there. Your other nephew wanted me to download the new Call of Duty, which I did. Haven't played it yet. Played a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege with a couple friends. It's definitely not my typical style because I'm not normally very good at these games. It's, like the 6-on-6, the 5-on-5, plant defuse kind of thing, one life. It's all right. Like I've enjoyed it enough to play it here and there. Overall, I haven't been playing a bunch of video games, I don't think. Definitely, this is probably one of the lower times in video game time I've spent in a good while. So a little bit of Fortnite. Played a couple games, a couple hours maybe.
Strangely, as you say that, I feel that same feeling too. I know I mentioned on the last solo podcast I ended up putting out there. I haven't been playing. I mean, I've been looking. I've been trying to find something that will take my attention and run with it. I mean, like I say, I think since December, of course, December was just slow. Where I played a lot of party games with family and different things like that. So we didn't nothing really get heavy deep into. But right after Christmas is usually the let's jump into it now. Quentin had got me Mega Man 11, which one opened up a spot in my brain. I just didn't realize I really like Mega Man, whether it's Mega Man or Mega Man X series, because basically those have came on sale on the Switch pretty much throughout, and I've gotten everything except for the last set of the Mega Man X collection, which is like the Mega Man X collection 2. But I basically now own a version somehow on my Switch and other locations of Mega Man 1 through 11, one way or another. And I suck at all of them. So it's a great feeling to know I love this game, but I fucking can't beat any of it. But I played a little bit of that right after Christmas. I had one that I jumped into, which was trying to think what the hell it's even called, but I found myself just pull myself back into old games that I don't know if it was nostalgia or just something just felt warm milk and cookies, what have you. But lately my game for the last month, I guess if I've been anything, it's a game called Colonization. It's a kind of like a 5X game where you basically have turn-based combats and you're building up a nation. You're colonizing the new world, i.e. America and all that, but I'm doing it on a create your own app kind of thing where it generates it differently and it's all new to me. But basically I'm the English, you have the French, the Spanish, and the I guess whatever the Netherlands people may be called. I don't know what they're plural name is. But basically, these 4 countries of settlers have showed up in the New World, and you have to go from Christopher Columbus to establishing the rebellion against your kingdom and trying to win the Revolutionary War. So you started 1492, and I'm stuck this game out long enough. I'm about 16, I think 1690 something is where I ended at last time I played last night. And have a small country of English people running around America, trying at this point to develop an army. Have several basically musket men. I'm trying to get some more cavalry. I'm trying to get some more artillery and some more boats. The holdup was the French basically surrounded my main supply city of weapons and all that stuff, the one that had all the right stuff to make a bunch of guns and a bunch of artillery at one time. The French decided to do it, so I had no quick way to transport the shit out. And then I got pissed off and I started a war with them just to clear all them sons of bitches out. That's about as far as I've gotten on that. Outside of that, though, I've also jumped back into a game. I don't know if you ever heard it, called Bro Force. It's
That sounds familiar.
It's a 8-bit type of shoot 'em up where you go through different levels and you start out fighting terrorists. It's the bro part's what makes it just funny. It's like extreme, like think of all the action stars, all the guys you would see in the Expendables, but not just like Arnold and Sylvester and all that. Think of their characters. The Terminator, the guy from there's 3 different Arnold Schwarzeneggers. There's 3 different Chuck Norrises in this. I know Judge Dredd's in there, Rambo's in there, Mr. T's in there. Hell, fucking MacGyver's in there. They bring the bride from Kill Bill. Bruce Lee's in there. But basically, you're going levels trying to shit blows up everywhere, and you're trying to get to the end. Kill Bill's at the end, who's apparently leading the terrorist group. And at some point, spoiler on I think 10-year-old game, it switches over to aliens, and so then you have to start eradicating aliens, which that's about where I'm hung up on it. I've beaten this 4 times on my PC. I'm playing this on the Switch because it was on sale, and I get to play it on 55-inch TV, and it's like, yeah, damn, this game's fucking hard. It's what's one of the cool things about it, like say, everybody has their own special little thing. MacGyver does nothing but dynamite. Mr. T just has a flamethrower. Neo from fucking the Matrix, he just punches. And so, like I said, you'll go and you'll save somebody, so you become somebody new. So you change over to them. If you die, you go back to the last checkpoint and you become somebody else. So it's like a constant changing of who you are, and keeps that going. And me and my daughter played it the other night, the young one at the house, and she's like, I like this game. I'm like, I know, right? It's pretty badass. So we hung out for about an hour blowing up shit, and it was a good time. But yeah, I mean, I know I talk passionately about it, like these are things I'm doing, but I usually the winter is the time of year where I sit down and I play a long, drawn out game, and this podcast helps me kind of fill it in with some other things that maybe I've never played, or I just haven't had a chance to. I know I started playing, as I mentioned, I started playing down. I got so far into it, and then we talked about what was happening, and we weren't gonna get to it, so I started playing Harvest Moon. Didn't get as far in it as I ever have, but got a decent amount, and playing it on the Switch. It's saved. But I really did just start playing the Legend of Zelda for Super Nintendo again. But I don't know, just sitting down this time, part of it didn't feel like work, but it just wasn't working at the moment. So that's why I kept hunting for a game that I wanted to play. And Colonization and like I said, Bro Force seems to be the winners of the month of January 2026. But what keeps me going, I guess. Oh, I have been working on a little project. Like I said, I've mentioned several times, I'm trying to get my own personal YouTube channel going and stuff where I'll have little videos on old games I used to play that don't really fit into this format so much. So I've got about 3 or 4 of those I've put in there. Basically, I've been playing, recording stuff, haven't put down any of the, I don't say the side tracks, but the soundtracks. Just haven't compiled it all, made it work. That's video editing is not my strong suit. I hate to admit, but with that, it led me into I want to do some PlayStation 2 games. So I have down here in my basement of hell broke out some old PlayStations of mine that I had, and I found out that time is never easy or good to any electronics, especially in the house that I live in. But as I'll break out close to you here, I do have a PS2 Slim right here. This is the one that was hooked up to the TV in front of me. It will play PS1 games without any issue, but to play a PS2 game, I have to take it and turn it like that, and it's because apparently the laser's starting to fail in it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I got a Fat Boy over here. So I dug out the Fat Boy, which is buried back in the corner. Got it out, got it all hooked up, and the power supply and it's burned up, doesn't work anymore. So I got one of those coming this week, and hopefully I'll have that fired up and going because I'm dying just to get back into it, and I don't know what I'm going to play yet.
Yeah.
I'm honestly thinking it's going to be some SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. That's the first thing on my mind I really want to get into.
SmackDown Raws went very hard as well.
But I do have to say, I don't know if you ever played this, and I'm going to do something on this at some point. It's Wu-Tang, Shaolin style. This for the PlayStation. I haven't played it, but I've seen some clips of it, yeah. It's not a great game, but it's a fun game. And when I do, I'm going to have to basically turn the volume off because I have seen the different things where basically the soundtrack of this game will get you copyright strike. But good game. Small collection of PS1s I've been touching and playing with. So it's coming around. I'm just hoping spring doesn't get here too soon where I don't get to actually enjoy any of this.
Fair. Gotta get put to work.
Yeah, I'm married, man. That's what happens. You know?
It's a married life.
I think I told my father-in-law, I think the reason we got married is because we need someone to tell us what to do. Otherwise, we just sit around and watch TV, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, moving on. I know we didn't come up with a question of the week. This was kind of you and me had the time, so let's go ahead and jump into it. But I did want to take another segment in here, and a lot of announcements have been coming out over since the beginning of the year. We just got done with the Super Bowl happening. It was a game, right? It happened. It was there. I'm sure somebody made some bets. Somebody won some money, and some people, disappeared in the desert. I don't know, but
weren't CJ. I can tell you that.
I think I realized I lost the bet on the coin toss. At that point, it's like, nope, I'm not touching the rest of it. I'm going to fuck it all up.
Yeah, that's the easy one. Yeah.
That should be the one that's the given, at least. I mean, it's a 50-50, and I fucking missed it, so.
Right.
But with that, of course, comes a bunch of movie trailers and things coming out, and that's a little bit I wanted to talk about because I know there was 1 or 2 in there that we could probably use to our advantage. So just run a couple by you here and see what your thoughts are, and see if these are things that we may have in our future. So let's start with the big one, at least as I see it. Super Mario Galaxy is coming out in 2026. Got any thoughts? Did you see the first one?
I did not see the first movie, and I need to, and I know I should probably be hung at the cross for not seeing it. But I did see the trailer for this one, and it does look pretty good. So I always liked Mario Galaxy. I didn't like it when it came out on the Switch. It just played different than I remembered. But as a kid, I fucking loved playing Mario Galaxy. So yeah, no, I'd go watch it as long as I watch the first one first, which I will in order to go watch this one.
I highly recommend it. I got to watch the first one in the theater, and honestly, dude, it's 90 minutes of not this world. You don't have any of the bullshit that comes with any modern movies, love stories that aren't necessary, topics, politics, that kind of shit. It's 90 minutes of living in Mario's world that I think if you've played Mario, just makes you happy. So I highly recommend it. Now, I was not thrilled, honestly, about the second movie, the one that's coming out, and it's more of the idea of with what we've been doing. We've gone through what 3 or 4 different ones in this show. Super Mario Brothers, the movie, great start. You get introduced, you get to see what happens, how they got there. Here we are. It's like I say, straightforward. But fight Bowser, all that stuff. My brain says, what should be the next movie?
Yeah,
The Super
I could
Mario
give you that.
World.
Yep.
And they tease that because again, you've seen the trailer, so you already know Yoshi was teased at the end of the last movie.
Yeah.
And Super Mario World is where you meet Yoshi. I think they just kind of burned themselves out of 3 possibilities with going straight to Galaxy.
Yeah, because like if they started at Galaxy and wanted to go backwards, it'd be fine. But I feel like when you're jumping that much, but you already got step 1 and then you just jump that many steps, it's kind of like you almost burn that bridge. Yeah. How do you go back to it?
You can't reclaim it. So, I mean, they had a great chance to introduce all of the Koopaling, the Koopa kids, wherever they were at the point in time or now. Introduce Yoshi needing to be the extra power up and then progress through. I mean, with Galaxy, that they've jumped into different things. Like hell, they have Bowser Jr., which didn't even come till after. I don't think he came till after that. It's just like you guys got in a hurry or some shit.
Yeah. Going cash grabby on us.
Yeah, but it's fucking Mario, dude. I mean, shit. It ain't like anybody's not gonna pay their money to go see the 5th one.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, did you ever get to see the old one from like in the 80s with John Leguizamo and
oh yeah, I got it from Redbox.
You guys are doing fine. Keep bringing Chris Pratt back. I'll keep paying to see it. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's see here. What's up? Hoppers. Have you seen the thing for Hoppers? It's the one where basically you're mind jumping into animals. It's a new Pixar movie coming out.
I don't think.
I think the one catch line in that is one called the girl's like, oh, this is just like Avatar.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I do remember seeing that. I think I actually saw that trailer at Marty Supreme, so I do remember seeing it. I saw it somewhere, and that's the last movie I saw, so.
And my thought is just simply it's Pixar, man. Can't be that bad. And I'm just like, where are you gonna go with this one? Because there doesn't seem to be any good intertwined grow up tale that's going to come in that. So I'm intrigued how that's going to work out.
Yeah, it's probably not something. I mean, it seemed funny. Like it seemed like something I would have probably watched as a kid if I had a kid or like a cousin kid or something. Let's go to this movie. I'd watch it, but I don't think I'd go out of my way for it. Maybe throw it on once it hits streaming though, because that's easier than it used to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, hell, you put it that way, it'll be on Disney Plus fucking 2 weeks after it comes out anyways.
Yeah, right.
Now here's one I know your ass is going to go watch in the movie theater just because I know you. Goat. Have you seen that? Oh, dude. It is an animated movie about animals playing basketball. And I actually believe that it's looking through it. Yeah, Stephen Curry's in it. Caleb McLaughlin, Aaron Pierce. I mean, several basketball people in it.
Bobby Lee. Yes.
Yeah.
Andrew Santina. Dwayne Wade's in there. Yeah, no, I haven't seen anything about this.
And I guess it's just about the goat, which is a goat. And I mean, just, how literal are we going here? That's what it seems like. So I think that's right in your neck of the woods.
Watch it. I was going to say, I'd go watch it for sure.
I don't know if it's, if it's in your, on your streaming app of choice, which it may be or may not be, but I'm sure it will before too long.
Yeah, right.
I'm glancing through. I knew there was a couple different ones in here, but I can't find them I was looking for, but I do remember the Mandalorian and Guru Woo Woo is coming out this summer, which I thought, someone had mentioned that there's a Star Wars movie coming out this year and nobody knows it. And I was like, yeah, there is? And I searched for it. I'm like, sure as fuck, there's a Star Wars movie coming out in 2026. And I didn't know it.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. The only thing I really knew that I am excited for is the Maul series, Darth Maul. It's supposed to come out, I think, April of this year. It's going to be animated
Okay.
through Disney Plus. Not stoked on it. I would rather it be like Obi-Wan style kind of thing, but Darth Maul was cool, and so I guess they're giving him the what happened after he fake died. So I'm kind of stoked for it. He was a badass.
I think, well, with the Darth Maul thing, I think that George Lucas set a precedent that he didn't mean to, where a badass bad guy gets taken out too soon. And I say that
Yeah.
only because obviously Maul dies in the first trilogy movie, which I guess kind of led to other people coming in, which Count Dooku and all that that'd probably been a good filler in the middle of episode 2. But then also with
Right.
the Sky, I don't know what the hell they call the last one, the Skywalker trilogy, or no? That's the first. That's 4, 5, 6 is Skywalker trilogy, right? Or this whole thing is saga.
I think they do. I just honestly I call them just the Disney 3, but I think they're. I want to say you might be right. That might be this. I guess it depends who you ask, because I think I've seen it different ways too, like online and stuff. That I've seen like the Clone era, the Empire era, and then the post Empire era kind of thing, or
The New Order
because they
era,
changed the name. Yeah,
New
the First Order
Order,
era.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, First
the
Order.
space nothing, if you will.
But what was that guy? Not Admiral. What the fuck was that bad guy in there that they Snokes? Like Snoke
Oh yeah,
could have been something. I mean,
yeah. But
I mean,
yeah,
he had nothing, no lore, no anything. It was just like
it just
a
felt like there was a lot of
character all
plot
around.
holes. Yeah,
Well, plot holes are fine. I think that's one of the good things Star Wars always did was make plot holes, because that gives you the ability to write other stories.
yeah.
But with
It's
him,
the
it's
way they
just
did
like
it here.
he
I didn't
was
like.
he was a red herring, man. He was a bad guy that had no purpose.
Yeah, honestly,
And,
other than to just be
but that whole
evil.
story is,
Like that's it.
well, it's like I said, that whole storyline could get us on a fucking tangent. So let's move away from that.
Yeah.
One or two more here. I just wanted to run by you to see what your thoughts on it. Gina's got a new movie called Matchbox coming out this year. It's a movie about
Did
Matchbox
see that,
cars.
yeah. Did see
Okay.
that.
Well,
I'd be down to watch it. I
I'll-
like seeing movies.
I can too, but it's just like, are we going to get Fast and the Furious John Cena style, or are we going to get like Hot Wheels the movie where it's just cars for the sake of having cars out there? I mean,
Yeah, that's
Who
very
knows?
valid. That's fair.
And then the last one I'll bring out just to talk about so we can move on. They find out Coyote versus Acme, which is actually a movie I think they were planning on releasing 2 or 3 years ago, and they said no, we're gonna lock it up. And it's basically the Coyote versus Roadrunner from Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I don't know much about taxes and government and all that kind of weird shit, but I'm like, you guys wrote this off as like $100 million. Now you're trying to cash in on it. I'm like, that seems kind of sketchy. I took it to write off $100 million against my taxes, but now I'm going to try to make $500 million on it now.
That's definitely weird, for sure. It reminds me of, I don't remember the name, and I should. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is what it looks like, at least from the pictures. And I don't know that that's a 2026 thing. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know that that's as up to date as I would almost like it. Because from looking at it, he still looks old as shit. Not that I want him to, I guess, Sonic mode it. Where they like had Sonic all fucked up at first. But I don't know. I couldn't see myself watching it. I didn't really like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I don't know why. I didn't like the Collide of the Worlds very much. Space Jam kind of
Really?
freaked me out in a similar fashion. I don't know why. I was just
Okay.
never. I didn't like it.
It probably crosses over into that, which I thought about. Yeah, never think it's where things are like a little too real, but they're fake, and if it messes
Yeah.
with someone, I can't think what that is. So
Yeah.
you can think what it is.
I
Send
know
us
what
an
you're talking
email,
about.
send us a message, let
I
us
don't-
know.
Yeah.
And of course, the greatest movie ever, which will be out this year, which is already out in theaters, Melina, movie about Melina Trump and her life being the wife, first lady of the president. That needed a movie.
Awesome.
I don't fucking
Did not know that was a thing. I will give it one quick shout out. I don't know what it's about. I don't care what it's about. Zendaya drama's coming out. I'm probably gonna take a look. I love Zendaya, so I'll probably take a little peek ski at that. See what it's about. Some love movie it looks like, but it
Wow.
looks like maybe a little bit of a thriller. Seeing stuff about plot twists, so I don't know. So I remember seeing the trailer. I saw Marty Supreme, but I don't exactly remember what happened in any of it. I know it's an A24 film or whatever.
Okay.
Psychological thriller. Okay, maybe I'll actually like this, but I was just looking at the eye candy at the time. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Zendaya or whatever. She hurt my feelings when she couldn't remember who Peter Parker was.
oh man, I wanted to tear up. Yeah, I wanted to tear up for that one actually.
Like, you know him in your heart, damn it. You know who he is.
Yeah.
Peter needs you. Either
Amen.
way, I digress.
Every day, millions of Americans struggle with something that they don't talk about. Quiet urge, private ritual, a sniff. You know the one. You take off your watch after a long day, catch a whiff of that warm, slightly tangy, great dead skin smell. For a moment, you're home. But then it happens again and again until one day you realize you're not wearing a watch anymore. You're wearing a crutch. The National Council for Dermal Awareness, we understand. We've been there. We know that every sniff isn't just about the smell. It's about the control, routine, and a little bit of shame. But healing starts with honesty. So next time you find yourself tempted to raise that wrist to your face and say, just one more, remember, you're not alone. There's no shame in saying, I need help, and possibly some lotion. Call 1-800-NO-SNIFF today, because your first step to recovery is putting the watch down.
All right. And now we are going to go in and we're going to talk about the game of the week this week, which we haven't even mentioned once yet, TJ. How's that make you feel?
Dude, I've been staring at the words. I'm trying to do the things the best I can. Just different shapes.
Just in case y'all haven't put it together yet. Game of this week. I'm sure you have. Hell, you've looked at the fucking title already. Game of this week is Tetris. So, Tetris, it's a puzzle video game. Simple as that. That's it. That's the episode. Thank you for watching. It was created in 1985 by, I'm going to try to say this right, Alexei Pajitnov. Not bad for my Russian, I guess. Strangely, he created this in 1985, but it wasn't released anywhere until January of 1988, where in the US it was released by Spectrum Holobyte. Strangely, in the UK, Europe, it was released by Microsoft. Like, that's a weird all around. It never made it to the Nintendo via the Game Boy and the NES until 1999, where it developed a lot of its popularity. Wanted to just read out a couple of highlights, a couple of different things, catch into the game as we do. The pieces are called Tetronominos. Just in case you're curious, there's a name for those things. But this game was originally created in Russia while Patanov was working at the Doro-Nitsin Computing Center Academy of Sciences. And the Soviet Union, Russian being a communist country at that time, basically Tetris belonged to the government when it was
I
created.
knew that at one point.
But there, as we are talking in 2026, at least according to Wikipedia, there are approximately 220 different versions of this game, released over 70 platforms, selling around 520 million units, which puts it as the number 2 best-selling game of all time. 35 million units were sold on the Game Boy, It did get you on the Apple TV streaming service in 2023, starring Taron Egerton, famous for the Kingsman. Love that movie. Love that series. It's a good series of movies. He played Eggy. And I highly recommend, after you get done watching this, go search it out on YouTube. There's the 2018 Story of Tetris by the Gaming Historian on YouTube. I will try to remember to put the link in the description. CJ, I know you've wanted to talk about this. We couldn't figure out how to talk about this. We may not know how to talk about this, but my friend, the floor is yours. Talk about some Tetris. What do you got?
We are here. I couldn't tell you the first time I remember playing this game. I don't know. I genuinely could have been anywhere between the ages of 5 and 14. Something about it, though, has clicked in my brain. I'd say I have decently religiously played this game. I can confidently say there hasn't been a 3-month stretch in my life since I've probably been about 16 that I haven't played some form of Tetris, whether on a computer in school, on the Tetris app on my phone, on a bootleg Tetris app on my phone, on the Switch, on my computer here sometimes. I don't know if I'm just undiagnosed my whole life, but there's something about connecting them shapes into patterns and shit. I have always loved Tetris. I don't know why. I not really the best problem solver in the world. Not really a big fan of puzzles. Not really a big fan of puzzle games. But when it comes to Tetris, holy shit, I get in a flow state, and I love it. I love it so much. The hell, I pulled it up a minute ago. I plugged my Switch back in just to play. Played it on the computer before we started. I love Tetris a lot. It's phenomenal.
I know you when we started all this, you were like, this is my favorite game ever, and you were trying so hard to like figure out how we could work it in, and I figured, hey, there was no better time than now. I recall, given I'm an old motherfucker, I can remember playing Tetris on a green screen computer back in the 80s. And it was the Spectrum Holobyte one that was put out. So yeah, I remember playing this for a long time. I can remember the music from it, and I think kind of that kind of bleeds together. Whether it be from the Nintendo one, because I don't think the computer one actually had music on it, but I do know the one thing that I do insist that my Tetris has is the next piece showing. That's got to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't recall playing this on the Game Boy. I never had a Game Boy. So like I said, I don't even remember playing if anyone actually had it. If they had it, I wanted to take it out and play the Mario game, but I do know that there was a lot of people who had played it and done that. But
you might unlock my
do you have a favorite version of it?
Ooh, I think the NES version that I play on the Switch is my favorite, honestly.
Okay.
The phone one was really convenient, but I have impulsively sweaty hands and it's all touch based. And sometimes when I swipe right really quick, when everything's moving quick, it thinks I also swipe down and it'll shoot my piece down. Just ruins my day. Bit of memory. I think maybe one of the first times, I was probably about 8. My grandma in the South worked at a Goodwill thrift store kind of thing, and she brought me back a purple Game Boy Color with Tetris and Street Fighter 2, and I still have all of those 3 things to this day, and I want to say might be the first time I played Tetris. So it's the purple Game Boy. It's in my closet in the other room. I know exactly where it is at all times. That might be it. That might have been what it was. Now that I think about it, it's a little thrift store pickup.
I think, like I said, when you say like the love of Tetris comes in, I think it's not hard to say it's the simplicity of it, but yet the complexity of it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's one of those things. I was going to sell this as your mom's played this, your grandma probably this, your girlfriend's played this. Not trying to be sexist, but just everybody's played this at some point. I mean, even when I think my dad, who was not a gamer at all, I can remember him playing 2 games in my life. One was Captain Skyhawk for the Nintendo, which I don't remember why he sat down and decided to play 3 Lives with me. But just one of those core memories in my head of the only time Dad played a game with me. And then, of course, him playing Tetris one time, giving it a shot. Outside of that, he probably played some card games, which that's just playing cards against computer.
Now.
So like I say, yeah, it's just one of those universal things. I mean, I think you could find a tribe floating around on Australia, and once they didn't try to kill you, like Tetris, they're like, ooh,
No, for sure.
that's
I
how
think
we found world peace.
I lean towards the NES one too. I think because of the colors. I don't remember what documentary of some sort. Maybe I've only even seen clips of it, but something about the World Championship, and the one guy was maybe colorblind, I believe. So one of the levels was extremely hard for him. It was just where it went to the dark red and gray. That one messes with me a lot too. But I love the idea of they're subtly just making it more difficult based on the colors on the screen, because I would have never realized until I had heard that, and then I was like, no shit, it is harder because you're used to, like, this color's this block, this color, and it starts changing. And I mean, some of those colors are really, especially you're looking at the top of the screen, looking around, and you think you have it filled there and you don't, or it's open there and you thought it was filled, could have got a placement there. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know the color schemes of all of them, but I know I definitely prefer the NES one from everything I've played. And I will say on the Game Boy Color, that black and gray one, or black, gray, red, is fucking hard. Like, you better have the lamp accessory, which I do not. But holy shit, it's difficult.
I've never tried it on the Game Boy. I did play it. I played a little bit on the Game Boy version on the Switch. Because there's that one there, and it's got like the green monochrome, which kind of, like, say, it reminds me of the classic one I played on the PC back in the day.
Yeah.
But I remember playing the thing with the 4 arrows on the keyboard and moving around doing that. And I think spacebar was what made it drop down. So I can't hum it out because I'm tone deaf, but I can still hear the Russian music playing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, again, I don't know if that's something I remember from watching the NES, or if the actual computer played that version. But if you've played it, you know exactly what song I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it did have a little fanfare chime of when you end up erasing a line or whatever. Now,
Yeah.
I don't recall if the NES version had one like the fanfare change if you got 4 lines. I know you played it recently this evening, so
Yeah,
you got
it's
4 lines
different
of
online
getting 1
versus
line.
4. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it's
Okay.
one of those, like, it's like cracking your back. It's just so satisfying. Like, I get a fuck yeah boost. I love Tetris when that happens. So yeah, getting Tetris is awesome. That's for sure.
Now, I also remember, like, say, I know you played Yoshi's Cookie when we started going through all this stuff, but let's
Yeah.
keep it simplified. Do you think? I think it's pretty obvious that Tetris led into the columns type games, the 3 in a row, the gems, the
For
Bejeweled.
sure.
Which do you prefer better, and why?
I like Tetris better. I do think that the, like, Candy Crush and stuff, I think you can literally reskin it with any mass media of anything. I remember I used to play a Wizard 1011 on my iPod Touch that would directly link to the game, and I mean, you had to grind the hell out of it to get anything of value. But I mean, I'm okay with them. I don't know if it's just the nostalgia and skill that I guess I have obtained of Tetris versus the other ones, but the other ones, I might bump into it like really hard and then completely fall off. With Tetris, I can get into it really hard and then I'll play it a little bit and then I'll play it a lot, then I'll play it just a little bit. But like all these other ones, I've never had one other game stick like Tetris to where I can just hell yeah, or like I have no interest if I walked by and you're playing Tetris on your phone, I get to play Tetris. If you're playing something like Candy Crush or Match the Three, I get no interest in playing it. So to me, Tetris takes the cake. Big time.
I thought about that as you were going on, and I know, and I don't know why, but I told you about the WWE Champions game that I play,
Yeah.
which is basically a Bejeweled 3-gem connection kind of thing. I like it because collecting lines causes an action that will show up on the top part of the screen. I think though Tetris still has a better spot only because when the Bejeweled type games, your screen's already full. You're just crushing
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
out. Tetris adds a whole level of panic because the shit's
Yeah.
filling up and you lose because it gets full.
Yeah.
And you know how many times you fuck yourself because like, you just want that 1x4
Yeah.
just to fill in that one big spot. And
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah.
You're just stalling, waiting for it, pretty much. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You'll fill up the whole damn side, and when you finally get it, it's like, shit, I made a wall where I can't get it to drop down
Yeah.
and do all those. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
son of a
I think
bitch.
it has to be on purpose on Tetris's code. Like, has to be.
I thought about it, and I honestly just don't have a part of this game that I dislike. I don't think. I mean, it's hard to say that. I mean, like I say, as things I dislike about this game is just I don't know. I mean, losing
Yeah.
sucks, but the adrenaline that got you to that point of it's the right kind of buildup.
Yeah.
It's like you
100%.
get this rush, like oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Ah, I'm dead. Okay, well, just another game. Let me go. I mean,
Yeah.
it lets you
Right.
down softly, so it's just kind of like I don't know. I mean, but I find a hard thing. I've never played like the verses or the attacks or any of those kind.
Yeah.
I've played. I know on the Sega there's this Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which is a variation of the Sonic. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to play it.
Mm-mm.
I think it's more like Yoshi's Cookie because it has like the actually more like Dr. Mario, I guess would be even
Okay.
the thought where you have things fall and you have to make a match of 3 of them, then they'll vanish. You fill
Yeah.
up the screen and all that. I like the way it plays, and again, I like the intensity of stuff falling down the screen before you can fill up. Um, I can't think of one thing I really would want to change from Tetris. I don't think there's anything you could change in that. You got anything that you
Nah,
could make it better?
I was kind of sitting there thinking the same thing. And I mean, really what you said, I mean, it sucks to lose. My biggest complaint might just be it can be very time consuming. And then, especially in the higher levels, like a player of my skill level gets to very often, when you get to like 250,000 and you're doing really well and you're like, maybe this could be the one, it can fucking turn on its head in an instant. Like you think like, so my all-time, pull it up really quick and flex on everybody. My all-time on Nintendo NES version on the Switch, at least, is 300,697. And when I get to about 280 and I'm feeling good about it, and I have like 3 rows at the bottom, and I fuck it up and realize that my score, instead of being at 280, I lose by 286. And that shit can make me want to run through my head through a wall. But outside of that, I mean, that's the only thing I can really complain about. But it gets so difficult at that point in time. So it's like not really that upset about it. Like I'm more upset at myself than I am the game for it, which is kind of what it was designed to do. So I don't know. There isn't a fix, because if you fix it, the game's probably not as, there's no goal. So I don't have anything. This game's perfect. 10 out of 10. Best game ever.
That's it. Roll the credits. Roll credits.
Yeah, right. I mean, I love so
Um,
much about it. It's just hard to hate on it.
I don't disagree. I mean, I know CJ hates everything, but I think we found the one thing that CJ just doesn't hate.
Yeah, I could cry about it.
So.
I mean, overall,
Okay.
I don't want to bomb 40 minutes of it, so I'm gonna bullet point this super quick about why I love this game so much, or the best things about it, because I really could go on forever. I feel like when you jump in, I'm just gonna at least talk about the NES version in this sense. When you jump in, you can pick the level that you want to start on, because trust me, when you lose in that 280,000 range, you don't want to start on level 0. I normally start on 7 or 8. I just prefer it that way, because if not, fuck that. I mean, you can literally play this game anywhere on anything that has a screen, essentially. Hell, like I said, I played on my phone. You can bootleg it off the computer from any device ever. You can just find it in Google. Like, You can play it anywhere. Most versions super possible now in 2026, and I've done that very many times where I've just picked it back up and paused it because it's been a long game, or I used to play it at work in some downtime, like lunch is over, I'll pause it and come back. I love that. I do really like the music. There's something charming and simple about it. Like you said, the simplicity of the game itself is great. There's something just satisfying about clicking little blocks together. And specifically back to the NES, my favorite version, I have always loved and will always love that at the end, when it does its little jingle and it shoots the tiny little rocket, it'll get into a bigger rocket, and then they'll have a huge rocket. And eventually, you think that rocket's going to go, and the damn Taj Mahal shoots up into the damn sky. And I love it. Maybe, yeah, like I just love it. Honestly, I don't know if it's, like I said, maybe I've just been undiagnosed for years, and this is my calm down method, but I fucking love this shit so much.
And I don't think it's to that. I know you well enough. Like I say, you'll look me in the eye and you'll tell me you love fucking Tetris. So I don't think it's that bad, but it's just one of those things though. It's really in that idea of puzzle games, simple, satisfying, just like I say, just works. It's what Tetris is. I mean, I agree with you 110% on everything you've said. So like I said, I can't really find out much more to really follow you on. But it's like from Alexei Petov came up with a simple idea, which basically sounded like it was nothing more than just putting building blocks in and making it happen. I mean, we can agree, here we are in 2026, kids love building blocks, Legos / Minecraft. I think the satisfaction is the ability to put them in a row and make that row disappear, which is kind of like ooh, that's fun. Let's see what else I can do to make that happen. And it keeps going. So it's just like, shit, like it's hard to beat, but the dopamine is just clean. It's not a bad high. It's a really good high. Don't get hooked on drugs. Get hooked on Tetris, kids.
Oh yeah, I can attest to that. Get hooked on Tetris.
Oh yeah. Just hook it up to my veins is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
when I'm in a vegetative state, I want somebody to play Tetris highlights into my brain. That's what I want.
As you mentioned it, like, so we could play this on anything and all that. It's like they have put Doom on every fucking world, and I'm like, why have they not done this to the? I mean, sure, can a TI Texas Instrument calculator play Tetris? Sure. But I mean, they've literally put Doom on fucking cells to make them work out to where it's like maybe like one frame a minute, but somehow it works out like, oh, it's technically playing Doom. I'm gonna play fucking Tetris because you get more people to back you on that shit. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
I love Doom, but I play Tetris on a cell before I play fucking Doom.
Oh yeah, this was my go-to downtime killer in school. Was playing this on my laptop. So yeah, put it on a calculator.
Shit, you didn't did you ever as a kid, I'm not 100% sure. Do you even remember Radio Shack?
Yeah, I actually have a lightsaber from Radio Shack at my mom's I saw the other day. So
okay.
Yeah.
They used to make a bunch of little handheld electronic games which were specific to one game, kind of like the NFL Watch or the NFL, the Nintendo Watch Play or whatever it's called. But I can tell you that there's probably been at least a half a dozen of them that's been in my hands from where my father, God bless him, for his cheap ass would get me for Christmas and stocking stuff would basically be a Radio Shack fucking handheld game. Which either one year it was probably poker, the next year it was probably Tetris. And then rinse and repeat. And like I say, it's just I know right now somewhere in the last box of shit I took off of my desk, there is a thing, probably 2 inches by 4 inches, not as big as a candy bar. But the son of a bitch played Tetris. That's what it had on. It was Tetris. And I can't even remember where the hell I got it from, but I know I had it. I think it's like a $2 pickup at the fucking Dollar Tree kind of shit.
Yes.
and I bought it. So
As long as you got a AAA battery and something reflective, by God, you're playing fucking Tetris. You know, like
yeah, yeah, it's there when you need it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up for that point in time when we sat on the shitter, we didn't have cell phones.
yeah, fair. I've
You
learned
either
not to play
read or
Tetris
you
on the
played the
toilet.
handheld Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris on the toilet
Pretty
makes
neat.
my legs go numb.
I don't doubt it. Don't doubt it a bit. So, well, like I said, I don't know if we can gush a little bit more. I mean, I'm pretty dry here at the moment on it, but see, I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm going to give you the floor one more time. Take us home, man. Tell me what you love, how you did it, and what you guys say about it.
Final thoughts, 2 words here. Timeless classic. I would say more, but I will, like I said, we could have a side conversation straight up of in 2 hours of me just jerking Tetris off. I think everybody in the world should play it. If they haven't somehow already, you got to play it. And I will play this for hopefully the rest of my life all the time because I love Tetris. I don't know that I can necessarily give this game a score, but I'm going to, and it's going to be a 10. This game, I mean, we said it had no flaws, and I know a 10 is technically perfect. And is this the most entertaining, most perfect game ever? No, but I've never had a game that I could pick up out of nowhere on any given day in my life and just enjoy it, which at the end of the day is video games goal. So to me, even though World of Warcraft might be my favorite all-time game, I can't just sit here and be like, oh, I want to play it right now. I can have that itch, but I know I got to set aside time, and Tetris you can literally play anywhere, anytime, on any device. There's no reason. It's just perfectly accessible, and it's great. So I have to give it the big 10.
I'm trying to think of how to counter you on this. I mean, yeah, we're pretty much just we're tag team and raw dog in this fucking game, but it deserves it. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. I agree with you. If you've never played it, you need to play it. At that point, you can either thank us or cuss us because we've handed you a new addiction.
Yeah.
I will play it again at some point. We talked about playing it on the Switch. I'm like, I haven't played it on my Switch. So, I need to go out there and do that. Sit on that. So, I mean, either way, it's just one of those, it comes up at some point. It's like, yeah, I can play a little bit of Tetris away. And I think part of my thing is I know when I've had too much, regardless of whether it be my drink, my smoke, my whatever. And I know Tetris is one of these things that if I start to play Tetris, then I might be hooked for a minute, and I just don't want to give into it. So it is a very good game, and I mean, I'm sure if Aiden was here, he'd probably give us some shit to tell us, like, oh, you guys are just fucking coming all over this thing for no good reason.
Fucking toddlers, babies, just playing with shapes and colors. Elden Ring.
If they had Tetris in Elden Ring, he'd be all about it. I guarantee you that's all he played. Yeah. But I think on the idea of, like, say, I know we tried to a little bit off the graphics, off the sounds, all that stuff. But I think we collectively agree. Is it fun? Is it, how good is this game? And yeah, I mean, come on. Tetris, so it's sold so many damn units, it's sold to many different things. So many versions of the same fucking game. It's a good game. It's really perfect, especially when you bring it back to the simplest form of what it is. So yeah, sure. Does it go down in the books? Is that? It may. I mean, if you want to do the average out, that's fine. Still gonna be pretty high in there if you count, 10 plus 10 plus 0. But it's a good game, and I will give it a 10 myself. It definitely falls into the category of it's a perfect game.
It's technically the first VGR 10 of all time. It's fucking Tetris. I've been screaming it from the start.
Well, you ain't wrong, man. Like I said, I knew that was the problem. It's like I couldn't figure out a way to fight you on it, so I just give up trying to fight you on it. But I guess if nothing else, let us know what you think. Tell us we're wrong, because then we'll know that you're wrong. But we appreciate you listening either way. I'm gonna make a suggestion here, so make sure you pay attention to our socials, and maybe you can get in on it and let us know what you think too. But CJ, if you got nothing else going on, man, why don't you close this out here so we can go home?
Oh yeah, if I can find a way to get a Tetris video up, I will, and everybody will see my greatness. Everybody go find us on Instagram, find us on the Facebook, find us on the YouTube, find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and every damn way you can possibly stream our podcast. Tell your little league basketball kids about it. Tell your friends about it. Tell your dog about it. Tell everybody you know about it. Get them in here tuned in to find out what the best game of all time is. Tetris. I love it. We're getting back on track. Aiden will be in the building, as he says. Larry, of course, will be in the building with his Bears gear on. My muscles and hair will keep inflating to maximum levels, and we will be back.
Well, it feels good to be back. I appreciate your ability to come out tonight. I wish we had Aiden out here, but like I say, he seems like he's game for it, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna finish this shit up. We got some shit to do. If nothing else, we at least get you guys play some Legend of Zelda. But
oh yeah,
he's feeling the Macho Man over there. He's feeling it. Oh yeah, let me tell you, brother. All right, well, I guess for CJ, I've been Larry, IR Monkey. Check us out on the internet. We're out there on the different places. But I do want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peace. That's great audio right there is what that is.
That was the Jabba the Hutt thing. Or not the Jabba the Hutt, the Gungan thing from Phantom Menace. Yeah.
That's how you achieve the 23rd chamber. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Gotta go Gungan on that shit.